Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, I wanted to do another update on the ongoing civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia, and more importantly, I wanted to talk about how we are now seeing this civil war actually start to affect certain individuals here inside of the United States. And what I mean by that is in an actual kinetic sort of way, meaning individuals being threatened and with physical violence and or harm. So first, if we look at the as Ethiopia has plunged into this state of a perpetual civil war, I have recently talked about how the Oromo Liberation Army is now on the outskirts of the capital, Addis Ababa. We continue even as of today to receive from the outskirts of the capital, and the possibility of infiltration operations by the U.S.A. is becoming more and more omnipresent in the ongoing conflict, meaning infiltration operations into Finfinne or Addis Ababa. Now, with that being said, over the course of the last few years, Ethiopia has seen a massive brain drain, meaning people are leaving that country in droves. And the reason they're leaving is mainly because of the current regime that is in power. Obviously, it took control through alleged democratic processes, but now we are starting to see more and more of what you could only define as more tyrannical processes being implemented inside of the former state of Ethiopia. And as Abiy Ahmed, the current ruler of the failed state of Ethiopia, gravitated towards the despotic regime of Eritrea, which has never seen elections in the history of its existence. And obviously, we have heard of reports that Abiy Ahmed has stated that he wishes to be the longest ruling of any African state in history. And he's a younger man, so could he possibly rule for another 30 years? Possibly. And that definitely appears to be his intent in terms of some of the tyrannical methods that are now being utilized in the former state of Ethiopia. But as I had just talked about during the intro, we had seen again this brain drain of people who have legitimately feared for their lives inside of the former state of Ethiopia and have fled from Ethiopia to the United States. And many of these individuals have been here for many years now. And they have thrived. Many of them now have businesses and are really kind of living the American dream, either through the citizenship process or the resident process. And now, obviously, because of events that are occurring inside of the former state of Ethiopia, many of these individuals are starting to speak out about what is happening inside of the former state of Ethiopia and against the Abiy Ahmed regime and the regime of Isaias Afwerki in Eritrea as well. And one of these individuals has reached out, and I will again, as I get more and more information about what is happening, I will obviously continue to have reports and information to share with you. But apparently, what we are hearing is that the Abiy Ahmed intelligence agency, the Ethiopian intelligence service, is now actively attempting to cause what you could only define as physical harm to individuals here in the United States. Meaning that, for instance, we do know that the hashtag No More movement in the United States. One of the key leadership members of that organization, which started the hashtag No More movement, was in fact an opponent of the Abiy Ahmed regime. And as we had talked about here on the program, and then I had also received some additional intel regarding that in terms of how they were able to target that specific person and then turn that specific person into becoming a pro-regime advocate, and hence we have seen the No More hashtag No More movement start up. But again, we continue to see here in the United States that now the Abiy Ahmed regime is using its intel services to go after individuals here in the United States. And what I mean by that is not just in terms of possibly disparaging them from afar. We have received credible information that indicates that operatives of the Ethiopian state, meaning the Abiy Ahmed regime, could be operating inside of the United States and targeting U.S. residents and possibly U.S. citizens in an ongoing operation to curtail Ethiopian diaspora living in the United States from speaking out against the Abiy Ahmed regime inside of the failed state of Ethiopia. So again, initial information that we have indicates that indeed individuals from Ethiopia or Tigray living here in the United States may be targeted by the Ethiopian intelligence services on U.S. soil. So interesting turn of events, and very, very, very bold turn of events if in fact we can confirm this is happening, and we do have a firm belief this could be underway. And given the weakness of the current American administration at the White House, and obviously some other external and internal events occurring, is it possible that the ball could be getting dropped in terms of what we are now seeing happen in regards to ongoing Ethiopian intelligence operations taking place inside of the United States against U.S. residents and or citizens? I'm going to get more clarification and more information on what we are getting, and obviously I will have a follow-up to this report, and you'll get it right here on Military and Foreign Affairs Network. Look, thanks for joining us. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon.